So how does Brian describe his relationship with his wife? How did it begin?
We haven't really discussed that. The fact is he's in custody, and so there are certain limitations in terms of our communications, and we would not discuss everything while he's in custody.
Has he talked to you while in custody about the moments before and after Lynette's disappearance?
No, as I mentioned, we have not gone into that discussion. Generally, once we have a generally when we have a client in custody, we would take general information. And after the client is released, then we would go into more details. The fact is we're in an environment, that's controlled by the police, and therefore we would not feel comfortable discussing everything there.
Do you believe that Brian will be charged with murder?
No, I don't, because up to this point, we do not know if Lynette is dead. That is still an unanswered question.
So Lynette and Brian went out on the boat on Saturday, and according to Brian, he said that's when they went out. So why did he wait until Sunday evening to let her daughter, Carly Aylesworth, know about her mother being missing?
Okay. As I said before, I haven't really gone into the details, but clearly we don't know what the circumstances were. We don't know if he was seeking assistance from other persons and that was his main focus. I cannot say at this time.
So, okay, so there are past allegations of abuse that have been brought up against Brian. Today, there were texts released between Lynette and a friend following a previous split with Brian, where she said she was concerned about him and their life at sea. How does he respond to this type of correspondence and allegation?
I have not seen those allegations and therefore have not been able to put them to him, but he has categorically denied ever hurting Lynette, and he said he would never hurt her, and throughout this whole process, he has denied any involvement in her disappearance or any wrongdoing.
So Lynette's daughter, Carly, we just mentioned her, is saying that Brian, quote, does have anger issues, and there's a, quote, history of domestic violence. She also said there's a history of him, quote, choking her out and threatening to throw her overboard, and therefore Lynette's daughter has lots of questions about whether the full story is being told here. Does your client deny those allegations?
Yes, he denies those allegations.
So speaking of the facts coming out, a friend of Brian Hooker, who is also an experienced boater, has spoken out. He says the story that he's hearing and what authorities are saying doesn't add up to him. What do you make of the allegations that the police have potentially brought up at this point without charges?
I find it interesting that they've said that they did 2 interviews with him prior to me getting involved in the matter. They did an interview with me and Brian for over 3 hours, and yet they still invited us to return again today. So it appears to me, or the opinion that I have, is that they clearly don't have enough evidence to charge him, or they would have already charged him. And I would be interested to see what they would charge him for in light of the fact that they cannot prove that she is dead.
Mm-hmm. Did Brian have a working cell phone with him? Did he try notifying the police right away about the situation when he says this accident occurred?
I am unaware of that information at this time.
Okay, well, we will continue to watch the story. As you said, Lynette has not been found yet. We hope she is found soon. Terrel Butler, the attorney representing Brian Hooker in the Bahamas, thank you for joining us. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.